Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Chris. Today's video is all about fragrances that I love to wear in more of a casual setting. This will be my third white t-shirt video, and I tend to do it at the end of summer. There are fragrances in my collection that I definitely pull for when I am more casually dressed. Maybe I'm not in a literal white t-shirt. The weather tends to be warmer. We're talking spring through early fall. And I just want a simple fragrance that will kind of match my outfit. It doesn't need to be over the top. It just needs to do the job. And fragrances in that category tend to be light, fresh, floral, and musky. Most of these fragrances are mid-range with regards to price. Some of them I would call maybe like bougie white t-shirt, and several of them are very, very easy on the pocketbook and can easily be found on the gray market for something very, very affordable. And with that, I'm gonna grab my big, I have a lot to show because this is one of my favorite categories, particularly for this time of the year. And with that, I'm gonna dive in. But before I do that, as usual, or as always, if you have any favorite fragrances that would fit in that category, please let us all know down below. So in general, many of these fragrances you have seen me shown before, with the exception of maybe one. I think one is brand new to my collection. I've never shown it before. Some I've shown more than others. I'm gonna start off with a very easy, a fragrance that is super easy on the pocketbook, one of the more affordable fragrances in this category, and it's been around for a long, long time. I picked it up because I recently smelled it on a coworker. I thought she smelled great. I asked her what she was wearing, and it was Versace Yellow Diamond. I think any in the Diamond series would be great. The one in the pink bottle and Crystal Noir, I think any of those would fit this category. This just happens to be the one I'm showing today and the one that I own. So this is a great fragrance for this category because, you know, it's very fresh. It's got citruses. I would call them kind of like shampoo-y, some nice, really shampoo-y background florals. And in the base, there are some nice woods that kind of anchor this fragrance. And for like a citrusy floral fragrance, this one has really good lasting power. You know, it's not a bomb, but for a citrus dominant perfume, a citrusy floral perfume, this one's gonna last, you know, most of the day, if not all the day. And I got this big bottle for less than $50. I think anything in the, you know, the Essentric Molecules line would be fantastic. I have several bottles. Amazingly, I don't own Molecule 01, which I eventually would like to get because I think it's a great standalone fragrance and I think it's a great layering fragrance. But the one that I have been really loving this year is Escentric 01, not Molecule 01, but Escentric 01. This has always been a go-to for me when I want to go to the gym. I'm wearing a jacket. I'm not really a big fan of gym scents. I love perfumes, but I personally don't want to be weighed down by a fragrance when I'm working out. I don't want to be overwhelmed by somebody else's fragrance. So what I'll do, particularly in the colder months, I'll spray my jacket because I'm going to get to the workout place. I'm going to get to my exercise class. It's typically cold when we first get there. The AC is going, the fans are going. I'm going to peel off my jacket within 5 minutes, and then, you know, it's just a nice, I get this nice fragrance as I'm going to and coming back from the gym, something really fresh. I always tend to pick up my Essentric Molecules, either Escentric 01 or it's been 04. But this one is absolutely great. It's a great year-round fragrance and it's a perfect white t-shirt fragrance. I would call it in the category of Glacier U, but it's a lot less musky and it's spicier. So the core of this fragrance is, you know, Isoe Sulfur, which is like a musky, it's aroma chemical. It's musky, it's woody, slightly ambery, and then you add like a little bit of a powdery iris, a little bit of citruses, and again, if you like Glacier U, but you would prefer a less musky, more zingy, more peppery, you know, fragrance in that category that has a little bit more pizzazz, Escentric 01 is that fragrance. Maybe I'll spray it on my left arm today. I really like it. Yes, I really enjoyed, and it's going to be perfect fragrance for today because it's going to be hot. Okay, one of my favorite affordable fragrances. This has made every favorite affordable fragrance list that I've ever done. is one that's been around forever. It used to be majorly hyped maybe 3 years ago, and now like very, very few people talk about it. I still really enjoy it. Trussardi Donna. This is the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Toilette's very, very good. I just find that I don't need both. And this one is it's a citrusy floral with sandalwood and a teensy bit of fruits and sweetness in the background. To me, it smells like a grapefruit or a yuzu lemonade. You add a touch of some very, very, very soft, gentle shampoo-y florals, and as this dries down, it gets sweeter. There's a little bit of amber or vanilla, and there's a nice creamy sandalwood in the base. I think I picked this up. I picked my bottle up a long time ago, so I got it for around $30, $35, which is amazing for this big 100 ml bottle, and is kind of the classic white t-shirt, kind of casual, out and about, light, easy breezy perfume for me. This is a repurchase, and I went a long time without this perfume, and I just eventually missed it. This is from the Hermès line, the Jardin line. This is Jardin Sur Le Nil, which is the first one I ever got in this collection. I have several, and I just find that this is a classic. This perfume, in my opinion, has been around, I want to say, close to 20 years, and I just don't think this fragrance will ever go out of style. This will be classic. This will be a beautiful fragrance that I think will be easy to wear, 20 more years down the road. And I just thought about it right now. I think that would be a good video to do, fragrances that will never go out of style. If you'd like to see that video, let me know down below. But this is a really interesting perfume. It's very fresh, it's citrusy, it's got some fun notes. I mean, this is, in my opinion, mainly like a fresh mango, but the mango is green, like a fresh, not quite ripe mango with the green skin. It has, a little bit of spices. There's a carrot note in here. It's a very refreshing, I would call it a watery fragrance. I wouldn't say aquatic, I would say watery, and I think it has tomato or tomato leaf in here. I get neither, but what I do get is a fresh, watery green something in the background, and maybe the carrot is in here to just add a little touch of a sweet, like a vegetal sweetness. I adore this fragrance. A perfect grab and go, nothing too serious, perfect white t-shirt, and it is a fabulous unisex fragrance. Speaking of really hot days, one of my absolute favorite fragrances to wear in the high heat, one of the best fragrances to wear when it is scorching hot, is this fragrance right here, another unisex fragrance, Mediterraneo. This is the fragrance that I purchased, I think, when I was in Italy. I went to the boutique. It was literally 95 degrees. I did not want to wear fragrance at all. I was hot. I was sweaty. I was kind of cranky because it was so hot. Went into the boutique, smelled this. I'm like, this smells so refreshing. One of the very few fragrances that will actually, I felt like it cooled me down. It's very refreshing. It smells like a mixture of very, very, very dilute iced tea, like you had iced tea. You finished your iced tea, but there was a little bit left in the bottom, so you could, if you smelled the cup, you would know that there was tea in there, or like a black tea, but it's very diluted. And you filled the cup again with some lemonade. So it's a lemonade background, very, very dilute tea, and it has, I want to say it has eucalyptus and mint, but the star of the show is kind of like this lemonade tea thing going on. It is so good. I do think that this is George Clooney's signature scent. It's absolutely fabulous and a terrific, very, very nice, again, another unisex fragrance for this category. Okay, we'll kind of go with a bougie. We'll go with a classic and a very affordable fragrance, and we'll go with a bougie white t-shirt fragrance. One of the bougie white t-shirt fragrances in my collection is Sun Bleached by Une Nuit Nomade. The minute I smelled this in the discovery set, I knew that I wanted to get my hands on a bottle. This is really something that I crave in the warmer months. This is that fresh, clean laundry, but there's something slightly, and I mean very, very slightly beachy and sunny about this fragrance, as if you took your freshly laundered clothes and you hung them out to dry and you were staying on like a VRBO on the beach. So it has that fresh, clean laundry, but it also has a little touch of like a salty beachiness, very, very subtle in the background. This is lighter wearing, and it's one that I have been wearing to work because it's pleasant. I have a nice little tight scent bubble, but I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to overwhelm anybody. Kind of like my favorite fragrances to wear to work. The ultimate, if there was an epitome, a quintessential white t-shirt, jean short fragrance, I've always said it is something in the light blue line. Those are the quintessential white t-shirt, blue jean short fragrances. The one I have in my collection is Summer Vibes, but anything in this collection would be great. This one is different from like a light blue intense, which I used to have, but it's less musky. It has less of that musk. It's a little bit more fresh. This has peach instead of the like the bergamot apple thing. And it's just a little bit lighter. So if you don't like light wearing fragrances, you're not going to enjoy basically anything in the light blue line, but I think it's perfect for this category, and you can get these for a steal now in the bottles. Super, super pretty. Okay, another one you have seen me shown. I show this mostly for springtime scents because it's very much a classic springtime scent for me, Burberry Her the EDT. This one is great. It is peony, it's pear, it's blackcurrant, strawberry, light, refreshing. It doesn't have a lot of the vanillic notes that the elixir, like the eau de parfum and the elixir do. So this one doesn't smell like a strawberry milkshake. It kind of smells like the juice inside. It's very, very light green with the additional hint of like a little bit of a pink floral. So this is just really nice and easy reach when the weather's a little bit warmer and I'm more casually dressed. Let's see, another one. This is my third bottle, I believe. Got a couple of Chanel's in here. Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche, I'll show them at the same time. And I have Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. I think I'm on my third bottle of each, or maybe it's 3 and 2. Anyways, these will probably always be in my collection. I actually think they are both masterpieces for what they are. This is a fresh, citrusy, woody fragrance with very subtle background florals. And this is a beautiful, juicy, fruity floral, one of the best fruity floral fragrances ever created with some gauzy musks in the background. I love them both. This fragrance I smell more in the community, and it is the fragrance that I compliment others the most. I'll say, you smell so good. What are you wearing? I have an idea that they're wearing Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. 9 times out of 10, it's this one. It's absolutely fantastic. And Eau Fraiche is great because it is a citrusy dominant fragrance that actually has terrific lasting power. You can never go wrong with either one of these. These are inoffensive, delicious, fresh. And if you care about something like getting compliments or making sure that people around you like what you're wearing, you're always going to smell fresh, clean, and very, very pleasant with these. Okay, one of my favorite newer pickups in the past maybe month or two, maybe 2 months. I've shown this on several videos and I've gotten such amazing feedback from those of you who have purchased it and love it. This is probably my favorite watermelon, or definitely one of my top favorite watermelon fragrances at the moment. This fragrance smells terrific. It's fun. It's fresh, it's fruity, it's flirty, it's light, and it is cleanly formulated and fantastic on the pocketbook, I want to say. So this is Cool Plus Collected by Dyad, and I think this is either $60 or $65, and I have a 15% discount, so that really brings the price down. In this day and age where everything is getting super expensive, particularly fragrances, it's amazing that you can get a fantastic fragrance for that kind of price. And I think that's why a lot of you guys have purchased it and love it. But basically this is, this smells like candied watermelon with a lime ginger spa water. And the spa water is made with tonic water. So it's very effervescent, it's very bubbly, with a little bit of that like ginger slices and a little bit of lime sprinkled in. It's so, and there are some background florals. I can't tell you which ones. And you get those in the dry down, but let me tell you, this is so pleasant and light and pretty. I adore it. So a super bougie white t-shirt fragrance Granted, for what this is, I do think this is on the expensive side, and I would never purchase it unless I could get a good deal somewhere like on sale or on the gray market, but it's a fragrance that I just love, and I tend to always reach for this during this time of the year when I'm more casually dressed, even though from a price point, it's not a super casual fragrance. It is Scent of Peace by Bond Number 9. Now, is it similar to light blue, as many of you have? I have shown this before, and people in the comments say it smells exactly like light blue. I would say it's definitely in the same category for me. There are some big subtle differences. So light blue, you know, is that citrusy green apple musk. This is a very heavy black currant. So the black currant is very, very prominent in here. If you love black currant, you're gonna love this one. It has citruses, I wanna say like bergamot or grapefruit, subtle, you know, white flowers in the background. I wanna say this is Lily of the Valley, and it's musky. It's lighter wearing, but that's why I love to wear it. This was my scent of the day yesterday. It was hot and humid, and it just worked perfectly. It doesn't have terrific lasting power, but really nothing in this category. When I'm pulling for a fragrance in this category, I'm casually dressed. I usually need something for maybe 2 or 3 hours. I'm running errands, I'm doing this, I'm out and about, or maybe I'm just walking around my house and I want to wear it, smell good. On a warmer day, this one works perfectly, so I don't need, you know, like a powerhouse for that. A fragrance that I wish was a little bit more easy to find. It has been one of my absolute favorite pickups. I've been showing this perfume for over a year, and I absolutely love it. I've seen no one else talk about it. This is called Solution Number 2 by Off-White Paperwhite or Paperwork. It's on the back, Paperwork. This is, I got my bottle at So Avant-Garde. It has subsequently sold out there. I've seen it at Neiman Marcus. I've done a Google search and seen like travel sizes and this and that. Let me tell you, this smells so incredibly good. It's one of my favorite. I want to get a backup of this. I'm going to get a backup of this. I did not know till recently that the perfumer behind this is Jérôme Epinette, who is one of the most famous, most proliferative noses perfumers out there, which doesn't surprise me. So this is a terrifically composed fragrance and does kind of remind me of something in that very expensive Louis Vuitton line. Nothing in particular, but it's composed like those fragrances are. They're simple, but they're executed very, very well. And Solution Number 2 is so good. So it's a white floral dominant fragrance, orange blossom neroli, but it has that beautiful hit of tangerine. So it's like this orangey, citrusy aspect and a little bit of ginger. I absolutely love it. Again, I'm going to get a backup bottle. The bottles are a little bit hokey, almost like, I don't know, you know, like a main water valve. Whatever, makes them unique. And I just absolutely adore it for this category. It's a great work scent, and it's a great scent. You know, when the weather's a little bit warmer, it does wear more lightly, so I do not tend to pull for it, you know, when it's really, really cold, but I just love it. Let's go with a classic. I mistakenly told you guys that I heard, well, I did hear it, but I think what I heard was a rumor from not one, but 2 sales associates that Prada Infusion de Iris was going to be discontinued. I do not think that that has happened. So I apologize for jumping the gun and saying something that I didn't know for sure was a fact. I just took somebody or 2 people at their word. I would be shocked if this ever becomes discontinued because it is it's a classic. This used to be my mom's signature scent when it first came out, and she emptied the bottle and never got another one, but I should get her another one. Picky Lori. It's just that classic, fresh, woody, powdery iris that's also clean. It's got all sorts of other notes involved, but that's just kind of the simple beauty that I get. And I absolutely love it. This one is definitely year-round. I remember, this is not my first bottle. I remember, this is my second, or this is a repurchase, wearing this in the cold. There was something very beautiful about it. The powdery iris, wearing like a big fluffy sweater. So it's really, really good, you know, during the hot weather when you're more casually dressed or in the colder weather when you need something kind of cozy. So one that I have never shown, and this is fairly new to me, is Le Chèvrefeuille by Goutin. It used to be Annick Goutin, but I think it's Goutin now. This, I'm always looking for that perfect honeysuckle fragrance. Is this that perfect honeysuckle fragrance? No, but it's really good. It's very fresh, it's citrusy, so it is a green, fresh honeysuckle with other white florals. Honeysuckle to me, or one of the reasons I love it, is that it has this addictive sweetness to it. And when we were hiking somewhere in the Northeast, I don't know if it was Maine or we were walking around, oh, you know what? I think we were actually in Cape Cod, or maybe it was both. I could smell honeysuckle. I smelt it and then I started looking around. And of course I would track down the bushes, which were not far away, and just bury my nose in the beautiful blooms. And I just think that natural honeysuckle smells so good. You know, it's got that beautiful, it's a white flower with some beautiful sweet, like a honeyed sweetness. And I'm always looking for that natural, very realistic honeysuckle. This isn't it, but it's good. It's fresh, it's light, it's clean, it's green, it's citrusy, it still has that honeysuckle. I get like a jasmine in here and something that smells like tea. I don't think this has tea in it. I don't know if it does. But to me, it's like a fresh, clean, citrusy honeysuckle jasmine tea. Very light wearing, so it's perfect for that, you know, for this category. And the last one that I thought to throw in this category is when I only have a 9 ml decant. I might upsize it, I can't decide. It's called White Rice. This is really good, fluffy, powdery, starchy, a little bit nutty. So this is a musky iris with a rice accord. And the rice to me adds a fluffiness, a powderiness, a starchiness. So it's like a freshly starched white shirt or white t-shirt, very cozy, but light and fluffy. Still light and fluffy and airy, kind of like a very cozy cotton t-shirt. This is gonna put you in the ballpark of something like a Le Papier, but it's less floral. It's less floral, it's more starchy. I get a little bit of nuttiness in here. Maybe that's just the rice, but this is terrific. And one in this category that is actually good year-round. So that was it. Those are some of my favorite fragrances, that white t-shirt category. Something when the weather's a little bit warmer, you're more casually dressed, you don't need anything over the top, you really don't want anything heavy, overly expensive, and you just want to spray something and not think twice about it. These are some of the fragrances that I have been reaching for. Thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching. If you have any in that category that you'd like to share with us, let us all know down below. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.